What is Java? Java is a programming language that is concurrent. Concurrent means many transactions at the same time. Okay, can I ask you what is concurrency? What is concurrent? You must have studied in your master's or engineering or anywhere. What is concurrent? I keep asking so many things, so many questions like this. Okay, please, respond so that we can have an interactive session. Concurrent is, Soumya says it's a parallel. Yes, Soumya, it is right. Okay. Kumar says it is multitasking. Yes. Concurrent means many tasks performing at the same time is concurrency, right? So Java achieves this using multi-threading. Okay. We'll talk about what is multi-threading in a little while, right? So one more is the class-based. Okay. That is all the programs written in Java is the using classes. We'll look at it from this class itself, like what is class, and it is object-oriented programming. See, initially when software engineering started, it is used using system analysis and design. Okay, it is called SAD, which is system analysis and design. Okay, this is called as waterfall methodology. The problem is whenever there is a small change in the client requirements, it was very difficult to implement and so much supposed to test and all. Then they came up with OOAD, which stands for object oriented, okay, analysis and design. That means using objects, you are writing the code. Okay, object means anything in the real world entity is an object. For example, I'm speaking using headset. Headset is an object, right? So I have a pen. Pen is an object. Human being, he is an object. Employee is an object. Anything you have in the real world entity which has an attribute and some method, some responsibility to perform, right? So this is used, that is an object, right? Object is helps us for something. For example, any object we can use. Pen. Pen is an object which has an attribute like a color, width, height and all. So it has certain methodology, certain responsibility like writing and okay, many other functionalities where you can keep it as the showpiece or anything like that. Okay, that is an object. You write or develop the code for this object is object-oriented programming. Let me move on with the features of Java. Okay, these are on the left hand side. You will see the features of Java: simple, secure, robust, portable, dynamic, distributed, multi-threaded, object-oriented, high performance. We'll be looking at each topic right now. Don't worry about it if you don't understand these couple of words because it's specific to Java. Okay, let's look at some of the conversation over here. I'm tired of using C and C++. He asked why. They are platform dependent. If a code is developed by Windows, it must be executed in Windows only. If that's the case, use Java. It's a platform independent programming language. So he says, like, he's tired of using C, C++. He asks him why. He says, like, if I develop the application in Windows, in C++, I have to execute in Windows only. I cannot take that executable and run in Linux or any other platform. He says, okay, if that is the case, go ahead for Java. Java is platform independent in the sense it can run on any operating system. You write a Java program, compile it, take the compiled code, Okay, then put it in the Linux machine, or like Macintosh machine, or like Unix machine, or any machine, any OS. It runs. You don't need to compile at all. It is platform independent. It runs on any operating system. Now let's say here it is a C. Okay, before I ask how many of you know C++? Let me know whether you know C++ or you don't know C++. It is not required, but you will understand what I talk. Okay. Okay. I got some messages. Okay. Okay. My request is, like, when I ask you some question, could you please respond so that I understand how exactly I need to train you, right? Okay, I got a couple of them have responded saying that a few of them know C++, some of them doesn't know C++. That's perfectly fine. See what happens if you don't know. If you don't know C++, that's fine. I can explain the background behind it and then talk, so that it helps me to help you. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you look at C++ platform, let's say forget about C++. You take any other programming language. Okay, C you take, or like in any other programming language, you write the source code, compile it in the Windows platform, then it generates an executable file, exe file. You have to run this exe file. You cannot take this exe file to Ubuntu software OS, or you cannot run in a Macintosh machine. It runs only on Windows platform. Similarly, another OS, let's say Linux platform, right? If I write the source code, compile it, it generates a sh file, and you can run only in this platform. Similarly, in a Macintosh machine, if I write the source code in C++ and compile it, it generates a DMG file, .dmg, setup.cpp file. Right here, when I compile it, it generates the DMG file. Okay, now this DMG file, I cannot take it to Windows machine and run it, because they're totally different. It is platform specific code is written in all these compiled version of the source code. Okay, now if you go to Java, right, when you write code in Java, you compile it. Okay, it generates output is called as .class file. For example, let's say if I have, let's say I will write hello.java, or okay, hello.java. When I compile this code, what I get is hello.class. Okay, .class file will have something called as a bytecode. I will talk about bytecode. Okay, then this dot, if I, let's say I have written this code hello.java on Windows platform. I have compiled on Windows platform, that is Windows machine. Okay, machine which has Windows as OS. It generates hello.class. Now this hello.class I will copy to this OS or Macintosh OS, and I will say run this file. It runs perfectly fine. It runs as if it is now executing in Windows. It's absolutely the same. So that is the power of Java, right? It is not platform dependent. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. That is, you need this java.exe to run this .class file. Okay, so I have to run this. I have to give Java hello. Okay, this Java is a java.exe. It's an executable. If I'm running in Windows, it's a exe file. Okay, I mean, if I want to run, I should say Java hello. I will show you how to write the code and how to compile it in Java in a short while. Okay. Okay, before I move on, have you understood what is platform independent? Okay. We have so many people here. Can I request everyone to contribute, be interactive, so that I can be of maximum help to you. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for the response. It's great to hear from you people. Yeah. Now let's look at the features of Java. Simple. Java is written in C++. If you know C++, then writing Java programs are very easy, right? Java program is very, very simple to write. It is not at all complex, okay? Java provides security. Java provides a lot of facilities to secure the built-in applications. Secure web applications can be developed using Java. Okay, what is security in web applications? Okay, Anjali asks, why and how is Java secured compared to other programming languages? The security aspect can be very easily built in Java. Okay, for example, SSL, secured socket layer, and whatever you see HTTPS, that is HTTP security mode, can be very easily developed in Java. Okay, and it has lot of libraries, okay, for security support. Okay, there is something called encryption. Encryption means the data what you're sending on internet will be modified based on an algorithm and will be sent on this internet. So there are a lot of algorithms in Java for encryption, right? Encryption is the data gets modified using an algorithm, it will be sent, and at the receiving end it will decrypt whatever the data you have. It will decrypt and take it back in the original way. So Java has got lot of library functions, okay, for security. Okay, Anjali, did you get it? Yeah. Let's move on. Robust. Java checks the code during the compilation time and runtime also. For example, if a statement is never reached, it will throw an error. Okay, error would be thrown during the compilation time only. Java completely takes care of memory allocation and releasing, which makes the Java program more robust. Okay, that is, while compiling itself, Java while compiling itself, Java checks, okay, the syntax is right or not. Apart from that, it also checks if the code is never reached or something like that, right? So many things it is taken care during compilation time only, okay, rather than giving an option for a runtime error, it does at the compilation time only. Okay, that is one of the facility. Okay, when we run the code, okay, I will show you in Eclipse. Eclipse is the editor. I'll talk about it in a short while. Okay, and as I said before, that memory allocation and releasing is completely taken care by Java itself. Okay, so you need not allocate memory. Java does that. Okay, Suresh asks a question, then how do we have memory leaks? Java does not have memory leaks, Suresh. Okay, it is completely done by the memory manager itself, by Java. Okay, robust. Again, I said it is very strong. It does not give any room or a space for program to crash. How exactly Java does that? Number one, it at the compilation time only it tells you many things like, this is not correct, that is not right, it may crash, or so many things it tells you at compilation time only, and some it will tell at runtime only, and there is exception handling in Java, and apart from that, like it does not crash by not letting you allocate memory and release the memory. Okay, it does not let you allocate memory and release memory. It says you don't worry about it. A lot of applications are crashing in C++ because of this, and because of this reason I will take care. That is, Java says I'll take care, don't worry about it. So with that, the application has become very strong, that is robust. Portable. Okay, applications written on one platform of Java can be easily ported to another platform as it is platform independent. We have already discussed about it. That is, if we have written a program in Windows platform and compile it, I will get a compiled version of Java file, that is .class file. Okay, so that .class file I can take it to any other operating system like a Macintosh, Linux, or like Unix, or any other operating system, run it. I don't need to modify 1% of the code also. Just run the program. It works in any other operating system. Okay, Prakash asks a question. If Java allocates memory and release it, then Java application creates core and heap dump. Also, I saw out of memory allocation error application logs. Yes, Prakash, what happens is, let's say I have some amount of heap memory or memory is there. Now I allocate, okay, for 1 lakh employees at one shot, right? What happens? It caches everything and keeps it for you. Now what you should do is, in that case, okay, you should release the memory, you should allocate only required amount of stuff. Okay, maybe rather than defining a global variables which will be there in the memory for a long time, you create a local variable, that is, once you come out of the function, memory is released for you, right? You will not be able to allocate memory and release it, but you can choose wisely how much of memory I require it, right? Did you get it, Prakash? All I'm saying is, rather than using a global variable, use a local variable, because when you use local variable, once you come out of the function, it releases the memory for you. You don't have an option to allocate and release the memory. That is one of the very good point about Java, because millions of applications are like, crashing when developed in C++. Okay. Let's look at dynamic. Many objects are evaluated at runtime and execution is carried out. For example, runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism is that you will know the objects at runtime. Okay, so here the object evaluation will be done at runtime. For example, if I go to an insurance company, okay, and I give my ID to that person, okay, he will enter my ID and gets me the details. Okay, so he will understand I am a policy holder, he'll get me the details based on my ID, right? If I'm an employee of insurance company, if I give my ID, okay, then it will fetch the details about me and then give it. At runtime, when I give the ID has the value based on what I give. Based on that only it decides and tells me back, right? System will understand at runtime, right? That is dynamic. Distributed. Okay, let's say I have 5 modules developed in Java. Okay, so I need not have all the modules in one system, right? I can develop all the modules, 5 modules, and have it in a different geographic locations. That's not a problem. That's one of the advantage of Java. I can write one module. Let's say I will develop HR module, admin module, okay, marketing module, and sales module, and R&D module, right? These are the 5 modules I have developed, and I can place in different geographical location. One in London, okay, another one in, okay, California, then one in New York, okay, one in India, okay, one another, okay, Australia. Okay, now I can have one centralized server in Australia. Okay, this is centralized server. Now I can, if somebody asks for the report from HR, this server will contact London machine in fraction of a second and it'll get me the output, right? For example, see if you look at, if I want to access any web URL, right? So it just takes fraction of second for me. If I type google.com, right, the server is located like 10,000 miles away from me, but it fetches the response in no time, right? That is distributed application, right? So I have just a browser. Browser is connecting to the server somewhere else, and it gets me the response in 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, the same thing is applicable in Java also, right? Okay, my question is, okay, what are the advantages of distribution? Okay, can you please think about it? Why should I distribute the code? One of the advantages of Java is distribute. Okay, Suresh says for better load balancing. Okay, load balancing is, what happens is, let's say I have what you are right, Suresh, that is from the server I get like 1 million customers at one time. Now rather, if this machine alone handles everything, then the performance goes down. If I delegate this job to London machine, it does the required job and comes back to me, right? Entire processing, everything is done here. Only display will happen through this machine, right? So the performance will improve if I put the same code in 5 different machines when there are a huge number of requests. Rather than one person handling it, many people would be handling it, right? Right. Anjali says not a single failure point. Yes. Like by chance, if this machine goes down or something, you may have a backup and you can immediately contact with something. Right. For example, if this server goes down also, or one server goes down, it is not that entire application is down, right? If I put all the modules in one server, right, if by chance if that server goes down, all the application goes down. Okay, entire project goes down. So that is also one of the advantage. Great. I'm hearing a lot of response from you people. Okay. Security is provided. Okay. Vinay says to reduce the load on the main server. Correct, Vinay? You are right. Okay. Right. Suresh says and also avoid a single point of failure. Yeah. Right? Yes. This is distributed. Distributed is that I have an application which has 5 modules. It is not in a single machine. It is distributed across so that the performance can be improved. Okay. See, that's what Java application can be distributed and accessed very easily. For example, development of web applications. You will learn about it when we start about servlets and JSPs and all, when we start the web applications. Now, next is multi-threaded. Okay. See, simple. A thread is a task, right? So, multi-threading is multitasking. That is, more than one task at the same time is multi-threading. What happens? rather than one task performing, if I have 10 tasks performing at the same time, the performance of the system improves, right? It improves drastically. If I perform 10 tasks rather than one task at the one time, then my performance of the system increases by 10 times. Okay, so Java has a facility for multi-threading. That is, more than one task at the same time can be executed. Okay, that is multi-threading. Thread is a task in a process or a program. Multi-threading is multiple tasks are executing at the same time. This facility is provided by Java so that many tasks can be executed at the same time. Okay, object-oriented. Okay, object-oriented is, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Everything is used, performed using objects. As I said before, that is, Java uses objects, right? If you look at outside world, everything is an object, right? For example, you take a pen, your pencil, anything, computer, laptop, anything is an object. Object, so it has certain properties and it has some responsibilities or methods to perform, right? That is an object. You write the code for an object, keeping the object in mind, then it is very easy to implement any functionality, addition or a deletion for that object. It's very easy, right? Because your focus is on object, right? Okay, that is object-oriented programming. You will learn a little more in the, you will learn in more detail in the third module and second module, right? Okay, high performance, right? Bytecode is designed in such a way that execution is very fast, which improves the performance. Okay, bytecode is the code, is, as I said, when you write hello.java, when you compile it, it generates .class file. That is, .class file is, that is, it's the compiled version of Java file that has bytecode. Okay, bytecode is the code which is written in the .class file, which is executed by Java in the system. So bytecode is written in such a way that it means directly executes on a machine, okay, without getting into the layers of the system, right? So it is designed, bytecode is designed in such a way that it can perform very fast, right? Which improves the performance of the system. One is, due to bytecode, performance of the system is improved. Okay, what are the other features where the performance can be improved? Can you tell me? We just discussed some of the features of Java which improves the performance. Yes, Arvind says distributed. Yeah. Yes, Arvind. Siddhartha says garbage collection. Yes. Kumar says multi-threading. Definitely yes, more than one task. Thread is a task. Okay, multi-threading means multiple tasks running at the same time. Okay. So Soumya says multi-threading. Yes, Soumya. Vishal says memory management. Yes, program doesn't crash. You don't need to allocate. It knows when to allocate, when to release the memory. So with this, the system improves. Okay, now I have a question from Kumar. How about the cost of maintaining the multiple machines if you have in a different places? Okay, cost of managing a system is extremely low when compared that entire machine being down. I have 1,000,000 customers and I should not look at $50 or $500 to maintain a machine or a server. Okay, so you should look at the giving a service to a customer, right? The maintaining cost for distributing the system is extremely low when compared to the service and the profits you're gaining. Kumar, have you got it? Okay, Prakash, Okay, Prakash asked a question, what is the maximum number of threads can create in Java process? Okay, Prakash, I will address this question in the 4th module. Okay, there is a thread management itself. So there are many freshers to Java. Okay, I don't want to deviate here. Okay, so right now I don't want to deviate. What is a thread? How many questions? What are the methods? How can you increase the method? Okay, I will discuss at that point of time. Please don't mind if I don't answer right now. I will definitely will have to address this question at a later point of time. Okay, Ananta asked for the execution speed perspective, which is more faster, C or Java program. In fact, like Java program is also almost similar to the C program. It works as fast as C program. But if you write in C language, Ananta asked this question. Ananta, see, like if you write assembly code by using the ASM keyword in C++, C, then okay, it is much more faster, right? ASM, if you write ASM blocks and write assembly language, you're directly executing on the machine. There is no compilation, there is nothing, no conversion in between. But if you're writing a regular C language or a Java language, it almost like, on par with the code, the C language. Okay, Ananta, you got it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, before I move on with the question, any questions you have in this? So as I said, at the logical endpoint, I will give you some time to ask me questions. Okay, if it is deviating, I will request you to ask me later or send me an email. I will address, otherwise I'll address in the class. Okay, if you have any questions on the features of Java, please let me know. What you should do is, you should look at everything, what is simple, secure. You should be able to tell yourself, right, what is robust. Okay, if you don't understand, yeah, you please let me know. I'll address it, then we will go ahead. Okay, Nilesh asks a question. How distributed code works? If suppose we have developed one online system, does it deployed on different geographical server and access it? Can you elaborate if you can? So Nilesh asked a question, how exactly you can write distributed code, right? Nilesh, actually the right point of writing the code, explaining this would be at the web development side, but still, since you have asked, I will answer that. Let's say for every machine there is an IP address. Okay, so from this server I can connect to this IP address saying that 192.168, okay, 1.7 or something. Let's say this IP has got this 192.168.1.7. okay, so I can connect through IP. That is how I identify, right? There are so many technologies in Java where using IP address you can connect to the machine and access it. Okay, is it clear, Nilesh? Okay. Suresh asked a question. I'm not clear about security. SSL is a secured socket layer, is implemented in many languages. Okay, yes, Suresh, SSL is security is implemented in many languages. I totally agree, but all I'm saying is Java is rich in security library, right? So you have so many facilities in Java to provide security very easily. Rather, if I have to develop in like Python or any other language, okay, if I want to develop, I don't have a built-in support for security. I need to depend on something else. I need to import something and I have to attach something. Here you don't require to do that. It's another class. You just provide another library. You just have to use the library and then it provides everything. It is built in, and there are a lot of facilities are available in terms of security. Okay, you got it, Suresh? Okay. Ananta asked a question. As you mentioned, JVM has to execute Java program, not underlying OS directly, but C program is executed by OS directly. So is regular C program is always faster than Java program. See, in terms of very fast execution, you can look at, like, C program where inbuilt, you can write assembly blocks and everything will increase the speed of C code. Okay, but it's almost on par with C language. That is what I want to say, right? Since you have multi-threading concept, distributed concept, robust concept, memory allocating and releasing the concept, so many things are in Java, it reaches the same level of C language, right? Okay, Ananta? If you don't use any of the facilities of Java, then C would be definitely much faster in execution because Java is written in C++ and C++ is written in C language. Okay? Ananta asks, my point is, does JVM brings any overhead? No, JVM does not bring any overhead. It will add a lot of value. Imagine, like, right now, 8 billion devices are running in Java. Officially, 8 billion. Unofficially, we don't know how many, right? It is not registered. Then we will not be able to count it. The counted is 8 billion devices run on Java. If there is so much issue is there with the JVM, why 8 billion devices will run on Java? Okay. I was working with Chrysler. So Chrysler, the car, the software for car development entirely is done in Java. Complete end-to-end is in Java. Okay. So it's used very widely and JVM does not have any issues. Okay. Are you clear about the features of Java? Everything? Simple, secured. Simple is, it is very simple to write. Secure, it provides a lot of security libraries, okay, to secure your data. Robust is very strong because memory management, okay, and compile time itself will tell you many things. Portable is platform independent, that is, it can be executed in any platform, that is Windows, Mac or anything. Dynamic, at runtime it decides. Distributed is like, in one system you need not have everything. You can distribute the modules across the geographical locations. Multi-threaded is, thread is a task, multi-thread is multiple tasks running at the same time, so the performance of the system improves. Object-oriented programming is, everything in the real world is an object. It has certain attributes and methods. Anything you take, it is an object, right? So you write code focusing on an object is object-oriented programming. You will learn, in a very elaborated way in the coming classes. High performances using bytecode. Bytecode is written in such a way that it is fast. Okay, and multi-threading is also there to improve the speed of the system. And distributed also improves the performance because it is distributed. It is not in one machine. Okay, have you understood the features of Java? Okay, Nilesh says yes, Siddhartha says yes, Vijay says yes, Prakash says yes, Anjali says yes, Jigar says yes, Yvonne says yes, Kumar says yes, Priya says yes, Suresh says yes, Soumya Kalluri says yes, Ravindra says yes, Ranjit says yes. Thank you so much for the response. Okay, now I have a question. What is a bytecode? Please be interactive so that you will get the maximum benefit out of this class. Yes, Kumar says Java compiler converts Java to bytecode to make it platform independent, and it's very fast. Yes. Yes. Anjali says compiled format of Java code. Yes, Anjali, you're right. Okay, whenever some questions is asked like that, my request is please respond so that you will learn more in the class. Okay, bytecode is an intermediate code which gets generated when a Java file is compiled using a Java C compiler. After compilation, .class file is generated which contains the bytecode. This code is platform independent.